Well, time now for NetCheck. Peking University First Hospital is one of the top university teaching hospitals in Beijing, but that hard-won reputation is now in doubt. A scandal has erupted following the recent death of a patient allegedly due to mistakes made during an operation. The patient in question, who was a medical professor at Peking University, died 7 days after she underwent a back operation at the hospital.
A media investigation discovered that the hospital had employed graduate students of medicine at Peking University who hadn't yet received their final medical qualifications. It then emerged this wasn't the only such case, and that in fact several lawsuits had been taken against the hospital for cases where people had died. Our researcher Helen Hu has been looking into this story online and joins us now from the newsroom. Helen, this is quite a scandal. What are people saying about it?
Well, many people say it is unbelievable that this happened in such a well-known hospital run by such a prestigious university. They say that if even a medical professor from the university could be a victim, that they cannot imagine what would happen to ordinary patients. But some people have questioned the reporter's professional knowledge. These people say operations always involve risks, and it isn't possible to presume that someone died on the operating table because of the doctor's mistakes.
Well, Helen, what about these student doctors? What are people saying about them?
Well, a lot of people say it's not fair to attribute the death of some patients to graduate medical students operating without proper certification. They say many of these are PhD students, and their knowledge and experience may actually surpass that some of the medically qualified doctors. In the opinion of this group, the report is misleading because they say skill has nothing to do with holding a certificate. But there are also plenty who don't agree. They say life is at stake, and therefore this qualification is very important. And they ask, without it, how can the patients judge if a doctor is skilled enough to treat them?
Thanks, Helen. Well, Mark, it's important to remember that this hospital is one of the most respected hospitals in China.
That's right. These are students we're talking about who are PhD students. They've already passed their medical degrees, and in some countries, of course, that would qualify them to be a doctor. As it happens here in China, they still have to do further accreditation, but they're not, they're not first-year students we're talking about.
Right.